So we've been talking about men expiring alone. And this woman made this comment. There was an article about the same situation in South Korea because older Korean men are dying alone, but not the women. And I want to explore that, especially in connection with the 4B movement. Korea is very patriarchal. Many Asian countries are very patriarchal and misogynistic. For that reason, some of the women in South Korea are participating in the 4B movement. And this is a movement where women are completely opting out of marriage, childbearing, dating, and heterosexual relationships with males. And so as men are expiring alone in this country, that's one, they're expiring alone. Women are opting out of relationships, and many of these countries have policies that have created imbalances where there are so many more men than there are women. So even if things were perfect, women wanted to pair up with these people, there are not enough women because of selective sex pregnancies where they were opting out of having female children in these countries. So a lot of these dudes are just dying alone where nobody is finding them. This article came out December of last year. South Korea's middle-aged men are dying lonely deaths. South Korea has a problem. Thousands of people, many middle-aged and isolated, are dying alone each year, often going undiscovered for days or weeks. This is Gadokska, or lonely deaths, a widespread phenomenon that the government has been trying to combat for years as its population rapidly ages. Under South Korean law, a lonely death is when someone who lives alone, cut off from family or relatives, dies due to unaliving or illness, with their body being found after a certain amount of time has passed. Lonely deaths are increasing. The factors behind this trend include the country's demographic crisis, which they exacerbated because they prefer males over females, gaps in social welfare, poverty and social isolation, all of which have become more pronounced since the pandemic. Last year, the country reported 3,378 such deaths, up from 2,400 in 2017, according to a report released by the Ministry of Health and Welfare. The ministry's report was the first since the government enacted the Lonely Death Prevention and Management Act in 2021, under which updates are required every 5 years to help establish policies to prevent lonely deaths. Although lonely deaths affect people across various demographics, the report showed middle-aged and elderly men appear particularly at risk. The number of men suffering lonely deaths was 5.3 times that of women in 2021, up from 4 times previously. Now, I am obviously an American woman. Why am I reporting on this? I am reporting on this because I am watching trends. Global trends speak across the board, no matter the country, culture, race, religion, whatever. And many of these patriarchal countries are experiencing the same drop in birth rates. They're experiencing the same drop in marriage because women are tired and are opting out, and the men are lonely. And in many of these patriarchal countries, men are not taught to be self-sufficient, take care of their health, but whatever, because for whatever reason, they think that basic adult activities are supposed to be in the realm of female. Basic adult things like emotional regulation and being a decent human being are above them. I'm sorry, beneath them. I apologize. They are in the realm of women. And I am watching the trends in the United States mirror what is going on in South Korea, as more and more women are telling people we are opting out of marriage and childbirth. And so a lot of these males, especially the ones that don't think that they have to participate in their household, are going to experience these lonely deaths. I'm going to keep this conversation going. You guys go ahead. Let me know what you are seeing. I know that I am speaking to different communities. There are different ladies from various countries in my comment section. So go ahead and let me know what you are seeing in your country. Like, comment, share. If you're enjoying the content, go ahead and follow.